Brenda, welcome to Hashtag Women You Are Power, and it's such an honor and a pleasure to have you here with us today. I'm just going to jump straight into question one and ask you, what do you perceive power to be as a woman?
Thank you so much, first of all, Coach K, for having me. I really appreciate the honor and privilege. So for me, power. Okay, so I truly believe that when we realize how worthy we are and valued and loved, we will walk in such a power that will turn the world the right side up.
100% agree with you. And what I love about that answer is that it's exactly what you spread all across every single piece of content that you make. You're all about that internal, that realized power, Brenda. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. I'm going to go into question two now and ask you, how have you realized that power in your own life?
Okay, so I'll cut it as short as I can. So I grew up like 100% of other people with constant voices around me telling me that I'm not good enough. And this set me on a road of depression, anxiety, always comparing with other people, which just made me even more depressed. And so I medicated through obviously depression medication, drugs, alcohol, and even sex addiction. So I went down that road and then nearly committed suicide. And one day I just had a revelation of how worthy and loved I was. And this literally pivoted my life and has changed my life completely forever, where all of those things have now since fallen off. And I'm confident, I'm no longer comparing with people. So I realize that my uniqueness is actually a superpower as well. And that is how I realized that I was worthy, valued, and loved.
Do you know what I love about your message, Brenda, is that, we see a lot of people who are putting great content out there on whatever platform they're on, and we never really know how they got there. So I think it's really important that you're sharing that story now in this segment to say, you know what, I've been through the most. I've been through depression. I've been through suicidal thoughts. I've been through different levels of addiction, but this is how I came out of it. This is how I realized self-love and self-worth and self-realization. And I think it's important that people always understand the context in which good content creation as well is done. It's not just about sort of putting up a pretty picture on social media, and I applaud you for sharing that with us. This brings us to our final question for this segment, and that is, how are you sharing that realized power with the world?
Okay, so basically, when I had that realization of love and worthiness, I mean, worthiness is something that's really lacking. So wherever I can, I share it with whoever I come across in my daily walk. It could be the security guard, the person standing at the robot. It just comes out. Like I have to share it with everyone. And I've seen so many lives impacted through it. And then obviously recently I started with the videos because of the pandemic we're going through. Fear has just like got so radical right now. And I just felt to start sharing these videos, and it has literally impacted people's lives. And I just want people to realize why they were created and the power that they can walk in, free from fear, free from comparing with others, free from rejection, because that's also a big one. So that is just how I just try and share wherever I go.
And that is actually making a great impact. I know personally from sharing and from also participating in your content, just how much of an impact that you're making. And I want to take this time to say thank you so much for sharing that light, sharing that self-awareness with the world around you. And the only thing I can possibly say right now is, listen, woman, you are power.
Thank you so much for having me. I really am honoring you right now as well for what you're doing and the light that you're shining. It's really helping so many people, and I know it. Keep inspiring.